This lecture is focused on the bioeconomy. Do you know what bioeconomy is? It is the economy associated with the production of renewable biological resources and the conversion of the latter and their related waste streams into value-added products such as food, feed, bio-based chemicals and materials, and bioenergy. Thus, bioeconomy includes all sectors producing biomass, for example, agriculture, livestock, forestry, fisheries and aquaculture, and the sector processing it, such as the food industry and the bio-based industry. The latter is consisting of the wood processing and the pulp and paper industries, and a part of the modern pharma, chemical, cosmetic and energy industry. They altogether are making in Europe 2.3 trillion euros per year of turnover and 18 million of jobs. In addition to this, the bioeconomy in Europe contributes to the reduction of the dependence of current industry from fossil fuels and finite resources, prevents biodiversity loss and land use changes, and regenerates rural, coastal, and former industrial areas by locally creating new economic growth and jobs. Now let's see another aspect of bioeconomy that will explain to us the strong connection among bioeconomy and the circular economy. The expected remarkable increase of global population and of the adverse effects of climate change on ecosystems, biodiversity and water resources are asking for a more efficient and sustainable primary production and biomass processing to produce more and high-quality food, fibers and bio-based products with lower inputs and greenhouse gas and waste production. Then the latter have to be valorized with the production of bio-based chemical materials and fuels to prevent their environmental impacts and to produce valuable compounds that at the end of their life would return their organic carbon back to the soil, which generated the original biomass. This is the circular bioeconomy, which is a key pillar of circular bioeconomy scheme of the Ellen MacArthur Foundation, as it is able, differently from the other pillar of the non-biological resources and products, to generate the feedstocks from it is starting. Thus, circular bioeconomy remarkably contributes to the achievement of the standards of resource saving and CO2 emission reduction expected for the coming years. Given the economical, social and environmental relevance of bioeconomy, the European Commission recently launched a new bioeconomy strategy to further boost it in all European member states. Germany, France, Italy, UK, Spain, Finland, Ireland and Belgium developed their own national bioeconomy strategy during the last few years. Why? What about Italian bioeconomy strategy? Italy is the third bioeconomy in Europe, with 260 billion euros per year of turnover and 1.7 million jobs. Moreover, it is the second European country as a presence in the research and innovation bioeconomy projects funded by the European Commission under the Societal Challenge 2 of Horizon 2020 in the public-private partnership bio-based industry. In addition, Italy displays a quite rich terrestrial and marine biodiversity and prominent private and public actors working in the different bioeconomy sectors. Unfortunately, such actors and sectors are fragmented as the national policies, funding programs and infrastructures. To reduce such a fragmentation and better exploit the national bioeconomy potential, Italy launched a national bioeconomy strategy in 2017. The strategy is coordinated by the Italian Presidency of Council of Ministers and endorsed by 5 ministers, all regions, the Agency for Territorial Cohesion, and the most relevant national technology clusters. What are the main contents of this strategy? Well, it includes a research, innovation, and policy agenda aiming at increasing by 20% of the current turnover and employment of Italian bioeconomy by 2030. It is through 3 major ways. First, sustainable improvement of the productivity and the quality of products of each of the sectors of biomass production and biomass transformation, and more efficiently interconnecting those sectors by creating longer and more locally rooted value chains where the actions of public and private stakeholders integrate across major sectors. Second, better exploitation of natural, terrestrial and marine biodiversity, ecosystem services and circularity. Third, regeneration of abandoned or marginal lands and former industrial sites. Further, the strategy includes actions addressed to promote bioeconomy in the Mediterranean area for a greener and more extensive production of food and byproducts, wider social cohesion, and greater political stability in the area. The national technology clusters of bioeconomy, such as the cluster agri-food, the one on green chemistry, and the one on blue growth, will play a key role in the implementation of the strategy on the national territory. In conclusion, food security, sustainable management and transformation of agriculture, forestry, marine biological resources are among the most important elements influencing European economy, its social and environmental sustainability. They are composing the bioeconomy that many European countries are boosting and integrating with the circular economy model. The resulting local circular bioeconomy is often built on both local resources and facilities and an improved integration among the economic sectors concerned, public and private stakeholders, with remarkable benefit for the local, national and European economy.